This time we are doing treble crochets. In American terms, these are double crochets. So we call them TR in the UK and they call them DC in the US. Once again, I'm not going to be counting the turning chain as a stitch. I need 10 stitches and I've also done the extra 2 chains for the turning chain. As with the half trebles, you put the hook under from the front and put the hook into the 3rd stitch from the hook. Yarn over and pull it through so that you've got 3 loops on your hook. Now this is the stitch that you use in granny squares. Chances are that most of you know how to do this stitch anyway. It's hook under from the front and take 2 loops off, hook under from the front and take the next 2 loops off. And we carry that on all the way across. Hook under from the front, into the stitch, up the back, over and pull it through so as we have 3 loops on. Hook under from the front and take 2 off. Hook under from the front and take 2 loops off. You will see that my left hand continually moves. It doesn't stay in the same place each time. This is because by moving your fingers up closer to the hook, you get a better control over where your hook is going and where your stitches are sitting. It will make your work more even. It will stop you pulling on the stitches so much so that they don't tighten up as you pull them through. It does take a lot of practice to get all of this done and into your head and out onto the hook, but the more you practice, the better you get. That's my first row done. So let me get my little pointy thing. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 stitches and the 2 chain for turning on the end. Officially, you turn your work at the end of a row and work your 2 chain at the beginning of the next. However, as long as it's done all in one go, it doesn't matter which order they're done in. For this row, I'm going to do it the way the instructions would tell you, which is to turn your work and then work 1, 2 chain. Hook under from the front and make sure it goes into the very first loop there. And then finish your stitch as you did for your first row. Again, if you make sure that your hook is angled downwards, you will automatically pick up both bars on the top of the stitch. It's one of those things that comes with practice. And one of the things I tell all of my students, don't worry if you make a mistake. At the end of the day, you are not learning to drive a car. You cannot kill anybody if you do it wrong. There's no need to stress. And if you do find that you're making lots of mistakes and you're not getting it, put it down, go away and come back to it later. Okay, that's my second row done. This time I'm going to do it the other way, where I'm chaining, then turning. This is entirely up to you. Now, once again, I'm just going to be working this until I think it's long enough. and then we will measure it the same way as we did for the other 2 squares by folding it diagonally across the corners. I'm just going to get on with a few rows now and speed the video up a little bit so that you don't have to sit there for ages listening to me waffling. And there you go. There's more or less a square. You can see the chain at either end does make it a little bit wobbly down the end, but on the whole it's straight, and you really, if you do it the other way where you use 3 chain and then miss the first one, you do end up with a big hole on the end. Doesn't look good. We have your finished block of 10 stitches by 6 rows. As with the other blocks you've done, we need 11 stitches along each side. 1 chain, 2 in the first stitch, and 9, 1 in each of the next 9 stitches. Two chain for your corner. Now this time we need to fit in 5 stitches between the corner and halfway. And 1 in the halfway point. And again 5 between your halfway point and your next corner. Two chain, and we have 10 along the bottom, remembering that this one here is your first one. We're going to do 2 in this first one here, and 1 in each of the next 9 along to the other end. And finish with 2 chain. Now, as we did on the other side, we need to find the halfway mark, which is there, and work 5 up to the halfway, 1 in the halfway, and then 5 the other side of it. Just make sure that you put your hook where it fits comfortably and doesn't leave a big hole. That's my 5, 1 right in the middle, and now another 5. Two chain, slip stitch to your first stitch, cut your yarn and fasten off. And that is your next block done.